Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things, Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Mema ankra bia akwaba eba yedwumedia edu Friday bia yede ba makwan ya to ni den say BWF Solicitors for legal hour ne so na ene anope wo hwe me bia ankra bia akwaba. Many agiye eye meniji kese se ene nso adom na ahwe yie yetumi nya nkwa yenya ahoden na yedi sa adwumedi eba wakwan me gidi se bebi biara wo biara onso so ho ye na wo ho ye de a mesre ni die mo na kame ho fitimfiti ase ya enko ewiye na nyoma pa na nsempa yede bre wo no wenya ho nso emfaso. Mediani Manyeti, Usham Babia, no from Manyeti Amejo. So, and then many and lawyer, Cassia Barcona, many baby diguma as usual. Nemum ansana, a bet me in Dianas or Bebano, Kakram, Pesa me catch must say, a bunny BWF Solicitors, a good dear ye, and as I do see, and I said, Num dear, or more day my enum, a sombo, papa, nature say, what follow ya up to some time, I obey who say. A lot of time nyoma ye kire wa ha no na ensem a nkrofo ekom a nkrofo hu nsem a omuhia emwa na ye de santete no e de aba se ne be ya obenya ho mfaso na obenya nimdie e wo ho na wonso de ato anamon. Enti BWF Solicitors aboa nkrofo bebre ankasa over 30 years and counting and omedi sa adwumi. Enti no ye kan say lawyers a omunim mra lawyers a omudimra lawyers a yeba ne mra sem ewo kromo ha efa immigration ho nsem family law nsem say even yen Ghana kromo kra ho mra any litigations and say mitigations no ne nyina fa besue BWF Solicitors for because oma be mu ye ankasa sanso na embia opese wo tro will probate, all those things, Upese bi ajapade bi wo ho, upese obi hwe so ma wo, upese outro will, ayem bi adachi bi, insem bi na ba ne se abusuafo, ne ade all these things no, ombetumi ne watena se no matoto nhihye pepe de ato ha ma, na dachi bi embi a na nyankopo ato nsa afra wa, wechi ankoye basa, abrabo de owo no eka ye ho. Sanso na nwoma bebre, upese wo to asase na ewo ye nkrom no, ene se wo kwa akoto na wanhwe lawyer papa bi amfa nani anto fom anhwehwe mu se saa asase no ye ntonton ma nipa miensa nipa nan nti wo so kwa akoto so enumi ebeda ne mansotwe e de ama omotumi hwe the legal aspect of all these lines no ansa na krawa to anamo wa kwa akoto ebe ya enye how emfa emma nti se wo hwehwe BWF Solicitors omo fourth floor Anna House, fourth floor Anna House. Ewo 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road neso. Na se uwo London Chromo ha na wo drive there. Se wo drive to Tottenham Court Road, Tottenham. And I say Seven Sisters Abonten so wo drive to Seven Sisters Abonten so ye wo Tesco kakra kebi ewo station ehwa ni station ho ne ben o drive wa obetumi akopake ewo sa Tesco ho na 190 just 1 minute pe na wo de akọ mo office so ana say se ubefa underground train ya train ne nam from na bomodi anesi wo Seven Sisters usi wo Seven Sisters na ubefa Victoria line ma ore Victoria line na we si wo Seven Sisters upie ya try so obehu exit number 4 upie free ho a omonsa obenkum so obehu se abansoro kakraka bi si ho bomodi anakọ fourth floor ya tro ho Anna House ko fourth floor na ko hu omo omehwe wo coffee so a ye be je ontata ye be ma ope chocolate drink ye be ma ope Fanta ye be ma ope Ghana chocolate a obenye bi edi ti bomodi na ko hu omo enioma bebre no moye ewo ekire empo emba abonten nti se wo how bi a wonim se o how we de emra ewom bomodia kohu BWF Solicitors for. Now, when we are talking about their success rate, nipa dodo anase nsema form onsema omudi nkunima na it's over 99%. Internet say near eya etosinu na enye asem na chese wa asem na chese aye dead anka say nompo omutumi nyane man bibi eba ebemu entinom ene BWF Solicitors in onim Friday bia omosha say Thursdays na Rainbow Radio na omode inimdie no akoho sanso na edu Friday a BW Radio ene manyeti program ne so na omode aba e de ama amansa ene BWF Solicitors platforms ne so nyina mo live programs ne nyina mo de aba so ansa na edu Saturday nso a omo ade friend the community and the law na just a law na efufa yen community ho nyinara se wo se me se baby ayete ye immigration sem ye dwumemu nsem ye sika jemo nsem even po efienya ho nsem te obenya housing ana say council house foibi sansem sem no nyina wo de bomodia wo asem bi hia kese eda wakoma so a bomodia ko hu BWF Solicitors for omo abotre omo no betena se no matutu bibia boko ama wenya nkonim ene ye ba beka nsem bebre na minim se emre na akọ emre no komum na mum metwa me ho sima kekepe aba sima na menkyere akwan so biom na me ba ya me ma me resource person no e de dwumede na e de ahya ase me ba sisia.
Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced family law firm specializing in immigration and naturalization, as well as dispute resolution. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner with over 30 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stand for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity and inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance across all areas of UK and Ghana law. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Led by experienced senior partner Bernard Owusu, the team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with your immigration, naturalization, dispute resolution, family law, new wills and probate, Ghana law and practice needs. We are dedicated to providing solutions to our clients' problems. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Main office line 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line 07712 761 884.
Yo, yasa aba ya be die meda mo nyina ase mo amaba platforms no nyina meda menu aba tiliduma ase papa pamina menu abem aba Sandra Fraser, Fred Amoa, Abigail Osemensa ose mo share na sapon misre mo yesi mo share program no nenko chichichi mo nyina mo he set Bwedu Sarah Pinzo Ben Osei Wumpuni Adam Covenant Grace mo nyina mo he nyame nhyam ba bibiara mo yo entinom ye be sha ase gidigidi na ye sha ase no menya me resource person wa mema odinchia kese ama mo na afede aseme wo ho no ma sha ase no maka ho asem ti good morning lawyer Charles.
Good morning, na Pachapomoe.
Nyame adom me ho ye pa pacha se wo so ho ye de
Ho ye pa.
yo we de mema wa kwenya na odinchia ametifo na ahwefo na afede nsem a me wo ho no me de abetudwa.
You a chief for Nashafo and if you done a pension yet the Yankopon assay that Odzi and Quan Achahen. Nancy Abbey Busia de Chicha or BBR baby or 1 hour number can't look at Juma 1 hour way Jumum 1 hour Yama Bebre. Baby I will be I know you didn't check as say. It's a bro from BWF Solicitors and Nancy Abesia dear we hear pa and see Bomadan not in Safra for and hanging I share means in commodate.
Yo, Lawyer Charles, me da se ye it can summon the man ama monso mano. I had them come mamma kasa ni view. Fanticasa do I do papa. Yo, nyamen shado, young quadre, Martin day. Yes, near Tiani say. BWF Solicitors, senior de bia mekano. Say ye the topic be ba ana and she share be ba ye nim ye she share like in sama ekoso nkrofo ediwe bobo na afei yaka say ene this week and last week and this month no nyoma nkrofo dodo no ye mbeka ho asem se na ebe ya nkrofo benya ho enimde no mo de to anamo enti yanko fare ba yakọ fare abai die na obehwe nansem mu no bibi abaye si private life in fact private life no boa nkrofo bebre but eya na ansa na ebedu ho no ye no be ye nti ase na minim nkrofo bebre omo abakromu ha na omo bae se bi mpreduasa enkrata semonti no omode nkrofo enho nneoma ye frɛ ye frantoma obi akofro bi ntoma e de aye adwuma saa ode obi aye ntoma aye adwuma saa obehu onho ankasa mu no onhyeda emfa ne ho bibia enye adwuma obi nso a owo ho no a onya obi de enso no ala ye frɛ ne se ala we be se kpakpakpa yes se mo be kai kpakpakpa o se okokpakpakpa no enya kakra edi na che se oninam na efikyire ndwuma ya na de ahye ne nsa na wetumi enye bi edidi etubi etua ne rent nti no obi be se wa ye illegal nti ndwuma oye nyina ye illegal jobs na nso de ne na fikyire no survive we call them survival or survival na che se enye mra kwan so enso no se onya ne ho na otumi didi tua ne rent nti no na me fikyire ene bi UK your friend is immigration say nhihye bi wo ho a ebetumi aboa na mmom se wo ni san nhihye na unnim ti se obi a owonim de wo ho enti ene ye bisa se me amaye adwuma ne na fikyire kpakpakpa adwuma me ka kpakpakpa motimi ase fikyire struggling here and there bit and bit cash in hand all those petty jobs knowingly that you haven't got the documentation to work. I'm asking would these things or this Gima me nkiti legal no ebetumi a prevent me because ebia mabenya 20 years ni bi wa ha mabenya 18 years mabenya 15 years mabenya even obi anope wa frame 27 years still a oni nkrata aden because onim ade a osoye wate nanso onim ne osoye nti lawyer Charles me nsem bebre bi a make nyina me bisa that's working in the UK illegally prevent me from applying for a stay in the UK under a private life. And a big question ni na mpacho mema wa cheche mo step by step se ne be ya me won sem bi wo ho a na me bise bisa na se ne be ya ye nyina ye benya mfaso ne kese pa mpacho adaroma ene ye nhya se de nkra na ye friend private life no misrew e de
Yo,
private life no.
yo, na ahwɛfoɔ no atiefoɔ yɛkyia obi biara biem. Before we proceed, I want to make this announcement in here because every day, course I lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache, lawyer Madia Nache. You have the best of will and intention. You the understand ka you did tomorrow the next day nanka yamiadum decision aba. But nyanso ya Daniel B. Because in front of make it December ya na ya din say yan yi betumi aye ho bibi. Yeah, cry. Almost say we should wait. Enti bibi a friend of PAP, a friend of pre-action protocol. Pre-action protocol ne wo mo say. So one year na officer say we ya me do be court. But nkofo ahi na ye bold say omu delay ya de omu be court. We just tell them na e din popo awon, and say e din wo awon. But they know say the letter must come, they must respond to the letter. My question is say, wo tro no mu wie ya then no betumi aye. Nti nne no pese me point way out. Me producer we no ho a betumi aboa yen. Sa note na home office for e de buy no. We ndra na me saka aye. Eye obi ni pre-action protocol a me ye cause application no a check and me follow up and I'm way aba. I see reasons to the matters raised. I see the Secretary of State has reviewed the content of your pre-action protocol letter dated 7th of February 2024. Your representations have been considered by the Secretary of State himself, but of course, a representative of was not by the Secretary of State himself, but a representative, more or less, no. Now, may here number 2. The Secretary of State can confirm the application dated March 2023. The moment we are March 2023, almost 1 year, is still awaiting consideration. We have made inquiries and have made with the relevant team dealing with your application. They have confirmed the following. 1, you made an FLRFP application. That means, say, a private life, 20 years application, say, and that's a family life, say, 2.5, which now will so, and that's a wukuno and that's a year so, and now say, mami so, whatever it is, and then your friend, FLRFP, FLRFP applications are not currently subject to any service standards. First, no, can say 6 months. I'm going to call 9 months. No, I'm going to call 12 months. No, this is there's no time. Until time I be ready, be Then I see the UK Gov website was updated on the 7th of September to advise that applications made on a 10-year partner, parent, or private route, and also on a 5-year parent route, are now taking around 12 months to complete. Some may take longer, and that is in bold. Some may take longer. If you want further information, do this. Then we go to 4. Applications are considered on merit, and therefore, depending on your situation, we'll do the best to respond. Okay, 5, I'll say, it is not our intention to cause unnecessary delay, and every endeavor is being made to make decisions at the earliest opportunity. Oko 6. Also, the Secretary of State only accepts requests to expedite or speed up an application where, where there are serious, compassionate, or compelling circumstances, such as the need to attend the funeral of a close family member abroad or to act as a primary carer to a seriously ill relative overseas. They are only granted in the most serious cases. Most serious cases. If your client, so they are talking to me, if your client feels that they have reasons for their applications to be expedited, they can send an email to this email address alongside their name, date of birth, and the UAN, that's the application, unique application number, outlining their reasons why they should receive the decision earlier than normal, and they should support their reasons with evidence. Evidence. As soon as a decision is made, we will let you know. Full stop. Now, nti sɛ obi frɛ me na mekyerɛ mu kyerɛ no sɛ sisia no delay aba hɔ paa, nti moma yɛnte ase a this is the reason. Sɛ wo nso woyɛ lawyer na obi frɛ wo na woka kyerɛ no sɛ twerɛ wɔn, they have to respond that you are not being fair to that person. Give the person a better and reasonable expectation. Say delay about her. Na sisi akra no application no say FLRFP application almost sisi ano no time limit. Time ebe ready bia no omo de bebre o. So no pressure. So feel say who serious issue anti they have to consider yours. Now they are almost say give your reason and give evidence. It's yes a matter of a lawyer, oh, mejuma me that is not serious and that has no evidential support. So obi, so a family funeral, you have to bring the obituary, you have to bring the death certificate to show say, oh papa, oh mommy, so until you have to go. Then they can expedite. But it's not a matter of saying say was saying no, you don't have any evidence. Yare, esa okosra oba obi or seriously or yare esa okwa, you have to bring medical evidence. Say they have confirmed say there's no time limit for FRFP application. And therefore, if you think until they should do something about it, you have to tell them why they should consider yours as a priority and give them evidence. That is the point I want to put across this morning, so that we'll have a way to manage our expectations and build a higher patience base. Na yɛn nyinaa yɛn ho ahahan yɛn. That's it.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, you better say an update there and not a win here, papa, panam, home office, so almost so dear. Say someone yan probably, I hear you, mamma, almost frefre, a binum. Talking about more frefre binum. Pa, or more call more site one, a jumas, sell be juma or no, more jinkro for non be juma. Okay, more training about case working. And yes, and you say you don't have to be a lawyer. And I say you don't have to work in the legal firm and send obey my home office. Home office or more working on cases na nyina no. Omo nye lawyer for. Omo kwa ye trainee omo near the guardian's note to say okay, way back net is here. Say no, say oh no, way back net is here. Okay, a bit training. So apply. Omo juma bebre wo honum apply. And trust me, ubenya nso because they be a omo fa nkrofo e be ye adwuma mo na deadlines ya nkrofo na omo delay to say over 12 months and sana omo respond amount no eso ntima yen kakra yo lawyer Charles ye that's it's good to get this knowledge senior be ya we application na e cha won ka say wo lawyer na onya papa ana wo lawyer na on chesi emma e wo say wo ti ase yɛbɛkɔ yɛnim nti no mede me topic no ɛbɛtoo hɔ sɛ ma yɛ adwuma anaasɛ meda so yɛ adwuma wɔ kurom ha illegal meninam efikyire kpakpakpa na kyerɛ sɛ yɛde hyehyɛ me nsa na mmom mepɛ sɛ me apply for private life yi bi private life ɛna mpɛ sɛ nka lawyer ɛnkyerɛ yɛ mu na yɛhu kwan a yɛfa so apply na afei deɛ yɛahwɛ sɛ me a meyɛ adwuma illegal all this while no ɛtumi prevent me from also applying through the private life na me nso menya nkrataa nkɔhwɛ m'abusuafoɔ kakra anaa lawyer Asmah mpakyɛw adaroma.
Yo, for ne ahwɛfoɔ and the nkɔmɔ no private life application kane no ne yɛfɛ 20 years long residence and dino asesa yɛfɛ no private life yɛhwɛ appendix private life guidelines na ɛbaeɛ no a ɔse sɛ what's now kurom ha 20 years na sɛ ɛyɛ legal kakra illegal kakra ɛne ne ɛka ho ba the moment no wonni hwee a wobɛtumi aka 20 years na abom na wakɔgye 2.5 under appendix private life. Private life no yɛate aseɛ sɛ a long residence 20 years na wohia evidence say what's na kurom ha 20 years nti every year you must prove say na wo kurom ha yɛbɛka nneɛma a wobɛtumi de approve no na yɛhwɛ paragraph PL 5.1 of appendix private life no a yɛwɔ mu mmienu yɛwɔ A and B. A say so what's na kurom ha 20 years dear utumi the application eba may consider because you have formed private life in the or established private life in the UK. And private life is a human right under Article 8. And therefore, your right to private life must be respected. Having formed a community, accepted your new community as your community, having made new friends, and so on and so forth, and having severed ties with your country of origin, this should be a reasonable request. Being say, so won't 20 years, and there's a say would be become one a tress say you call chromua as some a better be our life for crowd which may lose. So we have PL, that's paragraph PL 5.1A and PL 5.1B. So A ne say full 20 years, B ne say 20 years, less than 20 years plus serious obstacles. Your friend no insurmountable obstacles no. So that is the private life no. Now what's the now if the wins okay, maximum mature 20 years until the cotum. As I say we hear evidence. Every year no, as I say we prove say now we krum ha. Because Imran say we prove 20 years now. Making sure say we buy no unkoye. So we na wo they will count it from the last time I would be no. And as I prison so prison time no so it doesn't count because prison restrict liberty. Until it is out. You cannot count towards the 20 years. Now so prison so you cannot count the period of incarceration towards the 20 years. Ti mama yenhye mienu no enso. And your man with the babane dear, you have to have documentary evidence, document, paper. Krataa bi a wodin wɔ so. Krataa bi a date ɛwɔ so. Sa date no fall within date na wo claim no 20 years na wo claim no. Any address a approve say ampa a UK address. It doesn't matter say address na 100 different addresses. It doesn't matter. But bibi a kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wo bibi a kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ampa na wo krom ha bibi a kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ampa saa date no you were present in the UK no is acceptable evidence.
Yo, enti lawyer senior waka no na kyerɛ sɛ ɛno ɛna yɛkyerɛ sɛ private life nneɛma a ɔsɛ mede kɔ na yɛn accept na document yɛ asɛm a woke sɛ wakyerɛ yɛ private life sɛ wabɛdi mmerɛ dodoɔ bebree wɔ ha 20 years na yɛhwɛ wo age a akrom aban deɛ ɛyɛ na me ne ɔmo yɛ adwene nneɛma bebree mu yɛhwɛ wo age mu a wedi no na with the 20 years account, it's possible say half of your life no just say what be no kromu ha. It's possible ebi ana kakra na betre so anase kakra na enso na mom 20 years of somebody's life na brabo a wo mu de na che say edosu ye na se won kofie da obesi ubekokra no ayira uni baby a woko enti no ye begina so ne aka na mom ansa na ebegina so na che say nhihye wo ho na nhihye ne say or say unya document with dates and you can say address a kyerɛ sɛ ampa wo nana a wote hɔ na lawyer sɛnea waka no dɛdɛɛdɛ a ato ma so mi nsɛm wɔ ho ebi ne sɛ dodoɔ na ɔmode kan ɛbaa nti yɛka 20 years from now a na kyerɛ sɛ nkurɔfoɔ a ɔmo baayɛ earlier time bɛyɛ sɛ 20 up to 2020 2000 year 2000 ne mu anaa 2014 up to 2014 ɔmo ho nsɛm na sisi ano dodoɔ na ɛfɔle within ebi mu deɛ dɔɔso ebi mu ba earlier than that but say come from 2024 20 years counting down the line now let's just say up to 2014 and 2004 sorry 2004 or downwards me fa nisa me srɛ mo figures no mo fa nkyɛ me kakra enti no dodoɔ na ba krom ha nyinaa up to the year 2004 ho asɛm ɛna yɛreka no tiefo na ahwɛfo meka no nso no obi wɔ hɔ a onu onya 20 lawyer bɛka no nyinaa onya 20 years na no nso eminim sɛ yɛse nhyehyɛ bi nso wɔ hɔ but ɛnɛ yɛka private life enti no ɔmo ba a mesrɛ mo montwɛ na yɛnwie kakra nsa na me the phone calls na atom ɔmo ba all those times no wobɛhwɛ a ebi mu ɔbaa ya na sɛbio ne huma a ɔde baeɛ no ne yɛse fa kofi na ɔde kɔ obi nso ɔbaa ya na oni ne edi ye adwuma ne nti no abenya obi din na wa start e de ye adwuma ono obedi approve nipa ko ono nso de ne de kɔ ofie no kwa be na obefa so na omo nso a ɔbaaye na no benya obi din ana obi nkrata e de to ne so se eyo no ɔde ayibo adwuma 20 years si a ɔno ankasa din no na kyerɛ sɛ ayirem ɔbɛyɛ revive ne din no na ayeyie sɛ ɔbɛyɛ saa deɛ no afei nso no woyɛ adwuma a ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ adwuma no obi wɔ hɔ a mɛfa ne sɛ like kpakpakpafoɔ na medi kan kaeɛ no wayɛ yɛ adwuma na nso da bia de sika ne hyɛ ne nsa nti ɔno a payslip kra oni bi no aka sɛ ne din bi mpo ɛwɔ payslip bi so a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma nya no saa cash na na kyerɛ sɛ mekeka metumi akeka ne bebree nti lawyer Charles we de wadaroma document na wo abobɔ so yi kwan bɛn no yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛtumi enya na se yɛni bi nso a den ne yɛbɛtumi ayɛ a ɛbɛboa yɛ na etumi enya na yɛde ayɛ saa application
you have to prove your case.
That's right.
So you are telling the Secretary of State that I've been in the UK for 20 years continuously, and I have established private life until they should consider me for regularization. Documents are which may used to be a maybe bossy.
Okay.
And that will recruit and would do with passport. It is stamp for no who be man India or be so man India. But let's assume that what you know that is the first date. Nyame adom wo bae no could be a GP my card IFN NHS card date was so that is second evidence. Nyame adom ebi ana wotinu krom ha de so one card winning card to me register na the way because the run say Commonwealth citizens can vote. Nti so we are Commonwealth citizen a omo de poll card be brel na wa register na omo de notice be brel na wa register for election purposes na the poll card abrel.
Okay.
Poll card that within was so date was so address was so evidence set na what krom ha. Wo ba you be a bank account. Evidence na what krom ha. Excuse me. Wo ba ya no be a GP aya wo nko ba le GP wo record ni bi evidence what krom ha. Obi o ma ne bank statement no, bank account no run for the past 20 years. Nti ọkọ a ometumi aprint ni nyinaa ma no. Ɛyɛ evidence. GP, obi o ma or record for so many years. Ɛyɛ evidence. Obi o ma or fiade ya sending no letters. Ɛyɛ evidence. Obi o ma ɔbaeɛ no ɔkɔyɛ adwuma wɔ baabi. Ɔkɔyɛ adwuma no ɔde ne din ara na ɛkɔɔyɛ. Na kane no ne ɛwɔ biribi a yɛfrɛ no temporary NI, ɛstarte TN with your date of birth ɛna letter ɛtoa so. Ɛno no obi tumi ɛde hyɛ aseɛ abrabɔ n'ase. Ebi a wokɔ yɛ adwuma, kɔyɛ adwuma yɛ ma wo name badge. Name badge no photo wɔ so. Adwuma no ni address ɛwɔ aseɛ hɔ baabi a ne sɛ ekyire. Na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wo ampa. Ɛde hyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ evidence. Wobaeɛ akyɛ, santi in those days no, na yɛwɔ cameras a etwa photos a date etumi ba so, location etumi ba so. Saa photo no wɔ bi a ɛyɛ evidence sɛ ampa ɛyɛ London na metwa photo wɔ yi. Date no nie. Ɛyɛ evidence. Obi application me yɛyɛ na ɔwɔ a couple of set photos. So I put it together and I described it. Ɛde kan ho kɔɔyɛ. Obi o ma sɛ na meka no, wabaeɛ no ɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ no ani din mu. Woyɛ adwuma wɔ awo din mu a pay slips a wɔwɔ no ɛyɛ evidence sɛ na wote kurom ha. And then nkɔmmɔ no yɛ woyɛ adwuma na wo use pay slips. Already you are not supposed to work. Saa no ɛbɛha adwene anaa. Ɛno ne nkɔmmɔ a yɛdi no. So we touch hugely on that. Obi a also sɛnea wɔka no obi o ma ɔbaa ne passport ayera. Because it doesn't make sense say obi bɛka sɛ me baa na me passport me di kɔɔyɛ. Wɔamfa nkɔ ayera ayɛ. Into passport ayera. Ɛna wɔntumi ayɛ ho hwee na wɔatena hɔ a bɛsi ɛndɛ. You don't have the passport, you don't have the passport. You don't have a new passport, but the old passport I would buy no ayera nti you don't have it. That's fine. You use other evidence amabobo sunibi because you can't trace original visa stamp na wodi be pie ewo kurom ha no. Obi o mo obaaya no abasesa ne din because oso daaya no na ohu so na asese a friend no John Mensa. Meanwhile din a odi fi ne kurom baaya no eye John Bentel to abasesa ne din. Fine. You have to do a deed poll to show say asesa within for personal or familial reasons. What's the sound with you? Obi ntumi nhyɛ wo bisa so identity na wakɔ sesa with you. Nia ɛyɛ din sɛ obetumi asesa ɛyɛ date of birth. Cause common sensically no. Me who obi a say me date of birth no asesa. And say me kwasesa. Unless say there's evidence to suggest say date of birth na mo de hyɛ o birth certificate so no. Nipa no ye omo ye no mo prepare sa document no they got it wrong. It should have been this. That means as I say we nya bribi to support that. So yeah kwe nim no ye be to nkomo no so I'll pause here for you to speak.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, wait there. Wow, master kakra. See date of birth there, Sisana. Lawyer Asmah, it's 70 bo ha. Ye fra ho ntoma yiye se ne be ya e beto asom na se uti afa na wutie ya ye ka about say wabe krom ha mfie bebre ni na wo pese wo apply na wo so nya sa private life application wo ye application ni bi na wo mfa nya nkrata ene ye kire se wo ye adwuma illegal no ebetumi a prevent se wo be ye sa application bi ana eno na lawyer Charles edikan achechemu abobo evidence a dodo na wobetumi anya fe ye ba the real story behind this evidence no se ne be ya ibehu say say wo kwa wo ye illegal adwuma na wo na wo de wo ho koma ana say enye hu sa yo Lawyer Charles, where there before I ever caught we no the we now kind person be question be wo kakra bi answer na be a bit trigger more way there ba. Say me buy na me book ni yiraye because obi di bibi saa aba abɛsoɛ me ne book na yera ampa na mmom ne ɔkɔ afɛ de obenya obi sɛ nka ɔkɔware no anaasɛ nkɔkɔyɛ saa private application bi ɔkɔyɛ no sɛ na ne book na onim sɛ ɔno de ayera no sɛ yɛ de ayɛ application wɔ fie ɛna ya refuse na kyerɛ sɛ wo mu wɔ kurom ha wo nso so wakɔyɛ application wɔ fie me ya refuse abra wɔ kurom ha enti ɔbɛyɛ ne na kyerɛ sɛ yɛanyɛ na de ɔmo nte aseɛ sɛ yɛ possible sɛ yɛ magic sɛ yɛ dɛn ɔmo nte aseɛ so enti nsɛm wɔ nkurɔfoɔ illegal way ne nsɛm wɔ bebree ɛwɔ akyire ba yɛnhwɛ kakra ɛwɔ ha sisi a lawyer Charles waka ka evidence a ɔsɛ mehia na metumi ɛmfa nkɔyɛ saa private life no meyɛ adwuma illegal nneɛma no a waka no ebi wɔ hɔ ɔde ne din ampa nti ebi ɔde ne din ayɛ days no obenya obi wɔ anya ne din ɛna ɔde yɛɛyɛ ɛna nipa ko no nso ɛyɛ ɔno ankasa nso no ɔno nso wɔ hɔ enti no sɛ ɔbɛkɔ akɔ claim sɛ ɔno ne saa simasi no ɛno nso yɛ impossible nti sɛ obi wɔ saa situation mu bi saa na kwan bɛn ɛna ɔbɛfa so like you just said earlier on no ɔso approve enti no approve no nso ampa wayɛ adwuma but ɛnyɛ ne din date of birth no nso ɛnyɛ ɔno ankasa wɔ ne deɛ a ɔde yɛ nipa bi say no kwan bɛn na ɔbɛfa so na megye de sɛ dodoɔ na nso wɔ such situation mu lawyer Charles mpatwɔ
You be in a situation.
mhm
Some of these situations are discussed in chambers.
mhm
So we are giving advice based on what the law says,
okay
and enough to discuss
oh, yes
every situation in detail. But
mm.
Mrano, says them voice is some with him and ye.
Okay.
So what's the sound with him? And so we did poll to show say what's the sound with him. Then I tell what's the sound because we do man a new passport, you know, a woman a different from beer, or the Beria Crum Hano. And I say, dear, I want no school certificate you so. And I say, dear, I want a card also no. But what into your application, you know, because they know say for is not a dignity. Genuinely. Into your application, besides say, what is your name? My name is Amma Asedua. Have you ever been known previously, or have you ever been known by any other name? Yes. What is that? Ajua Menu.
Okay.
Why did you change the name? Family reasons. When did you change it? This date. Do you have evidence? Yes.
Okay.
And the evidence will be the deed poll. And that's a marriage certificate. And so we have deed poll and that's a marriage gazette. And it's a marriage gazette. Oko Ghana, Omo Gazette, you know. Chrome have deed poll. Deed poll no. Oba ya ha ya yebi. While we to so at my computer so I apply for deed poll. And deed poll no will show say and for what's the sound within that you are. Because in a period of 20 years there, it's possible so what's the sound within. It's also possible say within no and one the way you should. But yeah, a better day say Obi Baka say or you no and a way we move chrome ha or no kuta indefinite. No di remu. Now afi or say okoya application for 2.5. Question is how can you enter with indefinite and now claim say you've been illegal and you've been here for 20 years and to go 2.5? It doesn't make sense. Those are the technicalities. But those people in Crown, when they come, we listen to them and we understand say it is how they presented the story. And then that man chas here and also one gasa anti as here no. Tinya yet me chas here. Na ya yetumi hu how you be reflect on story no with the law na ya boa one case.
Okay. Enti lawyer chance si ano ye ka ne sen ni na che se me ye adwuma illegally wo krom a etumi si me ho kwan ana me ye
No.
adwuma illegally whether me de obi die me de me din masesa me din ni ade no ma me ho kwan se metumi aye sa application na ma san ye successful ana.
And me just say woman say yes. So na me boss no. Why
Mm.
you juma wo krom ha? Wo P6, wo P60s, wo
Mm.
P45s, wo
Okay.
pay slips. E wo udin mu. E be
Mm.
say you old name or your
Ana
new
new
name.
name.
E udin.
Okay. Mm.
So evidence no question ne say you are
Mhm.
not meant to work because that's breach of immigration rules.
Sa.
So
Mm.
where na wo de akukuduro akọnkọfo n'enim akaka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ mia na me na me yɛ adwuma no. That is the
Sanity.
point. You have
Mm.
the factual point and the legal point.
Okay.
What is private life? I've lived in
Mm-hmm.
the UK for 20 years illegally.
Sa.
How do you prove say what's not illegally?
Mm-hmm.
Any paper at all, including
Okay.
your wuyi a wo ho a adwuma mufoɔ no de maa wo no.
Eno nyina ka ho.
It's a evidence. The question
Okay.
is, what are
Mm-hmm.
you proving? You are proving say na wuti kurom ha. You are not
Oh yeah,
saying say na wo yɛ no ɛyɛ correct. But you
Davi.
are
Mm-hmm.
saying say true say na wo wɔ ha.
What Roma?
And it
Okay.
is true.
Sana or say it yes here.
It
Mm-hmm.
is true say na wo wɔ ha. That is why you
Sa.
have the pay slip evidence. Because na
Mm.
wuni ha, there's no way say sa employer na wuyi a wo ho ne kɔ yɛ adwuma no, ɔde ade wɔ yi
Uh-huh.
bɛma wo.
Sa.
You are not telling the home office say
Mm-hmm.
wuyi a wo ho yɛ adwuma. You are telling the
Davi.
home office say wo na wo wɔ kurom ha
Sa.
20 bi a 10 because
Mm-hmm.
2010 no wokɔyɛ voluntary work ɛwɔ ex come and work
Mm-hmm.
enterprise ɛma yɛ ma wo
Sa.
pay slip
Mm-hmm.
ɛyɛ evidence because
Mm.
any documentary evidence that has your name that has a
Mm.
date and that has UK address is acceptable.
Mm. Okay.
So there's case law a ɛka
Mm-hmm.
sɛ even though wotwa ntorɔ kɔyɛ adwuma no
Sa.
at the time na wo present adeɛ no ama africasinfoɔ sɛ ɔmo nhwɛ sɛ wotena kurom ha no you are
Uh-huh.
not telling them a lie. You're actually telling them the truth.
Truth.
So
Okay.
yes, I
Mm.
I worked and I have evidence say Nami
Mm-hmm.
Okumuha. And that
Sa.
is not a
Mm.
lie. That's the truth. Would they
Mm.
rely on this truth to
Mm-hmm.
undermine your case? No. Because
No.
all they
Okay.
need is evidence to say, time now
Mm-hmm.
we say wahano, I am and the correct sana waha.
Mm. Okay.
That is the point of law.
Law. Ɛhɔ na nteaseɛ no ɔsɛ yɛte ne yie na afei yɛnyi ehu ne mfiri hɔ sisi a no nteaseɛ no aba ehu no nso so yɛyi efiri hɔ nti sɛ afei na watoa yɛ a na afei na wɔhwɛ yɛ a yɛka sɛ woyɛ adwuma illegally no ebetumi a prevent na nea lawyer Asmah aka a mesi so biom ne sɛ ɔsi yɛ ɛnokorɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ saa application na mmom sɛnea wobɛyɛ ne sɛ ɔsɛ wokyerɛ sɛ mmere yi a na woyɛ illegal wɔ kurom ha no ɛyɛ woa nanso na wote kurom ha I think say it makes sense ɛyɛ woa woyɛ illegal but ɛyɛ woa na wote kurom ha ɛnyɛ sɛ woyɛ illegal nti no wokɔ no wosuro sɛ no nti no ɔmbɛka sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wode wo ho ata illegal yɛkye wo akɔ daabi. The application is said that call katromo say me pese me yes application no based on the nhyehyɛ a mode ato sɛ meyɛ illegal na mpa nneɛma a ɛkyerɛ sɛ na meyɛ illegal ɛwɔ kurom ha ɛnie na kyerɛ sɛ lawyer ate aseɛ yɛate aseɛ yie paa na ehu no nso yɛnyɛ ehu no mfiri hɔ sɛ wosuro sɛ wode wo ho kɔ akɔkyerɛ because I know some people they are really comfortable ɔno no ɔnyɛ n'adwene sɛ ne kurom no kora ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔ bio nti ɛmfa ne ho ɛna edwuma a ɔreyɛ no a ɔtetɛ de yɛ no nso no ɛso ne bo onya nea ɔsɛ odi onya nea ne rent onya nea ɔde kɔ kyeele onya nea yɛde fa mmaa na yɛde fa mmarima nti ɔno no ɔyɛ okay ɛmfa ne ho wo saa no ɛnyɛ wo na wo a wofo sɛ no Majina maye nkwancha na sisi ade menya media nanka menkohwe mechi kakra wona wo saa nipa no ye ne wo kasa se akonya wo ha obetumi aye sa application ne bi ama na ye successful nti emfa wo ho nte enkosoa na wo nsuro na mompie bra na fa wo nhihye no beto lawyers enim. Such applications I know for sure 100% say wankasa untumi ntena wo dan mu na wonye no matter how or say would come a lawyer na ono no nim loopholes e wo ho a betumi edi aboa wo enye se enye mrakwan so na nso ebetumi edi aboa wo na wetumi nya successful application no na wenya wo so 2.5 na wo di aboa bra enti no mumie nhye ne nso me ba bebie telephone lines because time e na me gusunsu ebisa lawyer asem e wa ha enti se onya ba me nso obi frɛ ye gina so a eche yie ansana osan ade atoso obetumi asan afrɛ bio numbers ne 0208123116 ana 0739920848 obetumi ja WhatsApp note se bebia onam no ntumi na omfrɛ ana ofrɛ na obrɛ na ja WhatsApp note ko WhatsApp ne so na ja note wo ho e was 075 966 20154 ugoja wo ho a ye behwe amo ye beti ye bebo amo na ya ma omoaye enti lawyer yenko enim sisi ano ye ye ehu na efri ho na yenya ngira so se ye betumi aye saade no na ebeye successful because ye nchimi nkotum ye nka se wakosha na wo ye hwehwe o enti wo de wo ho abewo edie na ye ne wo kwa ni da bi ye nka sa we have to prove say ampara na mo krom ha me ninkrata de na so na meda so wo krom ha nti ne ma nketenkete a obenya a ebeboa wo ekre se ampa wo krom no na lawyer bobo so bebre ma document you may need na odi aye say address wo so na ye kan say date wo so nko ade a ebetumi aboa obi kura unya letter I believe say minim say lawyer can ebo kan wa unya letter bi abo date address wo so address to you eye wudin mu na wode aye na ayeye e de amount lawyer yenko enima ntisi no me pese me yes application no na menya nyoma ne nkitenkite ne bi say o can say or say o can say o report to o passport ayera. I have someone ne obai 20 years nukreni na one report to sa amre no sa se ne passport ayera ene na oba be ye application or all ka se o ne passport ayera lawyer Asmah ne nti America sa reporting documentation say ayera nti wakoye foforo no has it got a time specification na just say ene na akwa say ayera ene wontro na ye double ntro ana say abrina oba ye or two or so no oho na wo nsa ayera no na wo report to say ayera mpacho oho no ebetumi de nsunsuanso abasa application ho ana
You know, we didn't say report to our passport. Of course, our passport now we require for fra. On minor we require our passport. Embassy no will have their requirements. But now you can say, so what's the same with the now the within for your application because I would in that identity you have to have evidence say what's the same with the and any did pull no as a say no.
okay
And see, that's the point. Me make it. Now, in addition to evidence, I have a boss in now. Now, when we say we are back from her, we try we could pay court. We could say home office applications, bebre court. That is the same appeals, bebre. And see, court papers require our bebre. Ni na no evidence. Man, can say
okay
you refuse to me fan count. Account because that proves say I'm partner with you. There are a lot of applications. We added those evidence. And when we are proving said they were living in the UK, bank
yes
statements, letter from hospitals, Obioma Obaya no Oko school, and that's what a course. When your certificate, that is evidence. Out the back na ebi ana nipa no gaps abem. So gap ebemua, what do you do? You get a credible people or person to give you reference. Your friend no letter. But letter no home office for policy ni say because any reliable nti obi abetumi atro letter mo bi. Nti enya ade a omo be den omo be gina so bebre. But there are instances your application such letters no you citing no out clearly in a letter added to the application no omo aja to na ye. Into letter from the mosque, from the imam, the letter from your church, the pastor or the reverend father, the priest, whoever, those letters carry weight because the source is credible. Wananfu bi a woni no ananti wo krom ha no so betumi atro letter about. But the can say evidential weight no very low for sa letters na efi in amfofo eho eno. But even that, say kwabasa we need option that is a better choice for you because you cannot go with your application without filling all the gaps. It is a gap abem na we dey wadamfo ni testimonial and say every the letter confirm say me Charles Asmah Madamfo any John Bento yen nyina na ye namfofo wa Ghana yete asukwa wo Kumasi ye ba ye no onuntu kwan ejame me ba krom ha no me nenam na mkwato no Dostin market na me say eh osimesi matise wetu kwan me nim say ha na we hye na say eh ende ya na chese ya nan fu afano assign asati biem ono emma evidence say e no kwesa me ba no me beto no ha na e no kwesa me to no wasa kwan ye fa hihia ye nie ono letter no will state the time I share ya na dey cancer 20 years no
Okay.
And yet 100% reliable but so kobasa home office o mun jin dia na ye kokoto a we then tell them say my case is that me buy and me nko fie da. That is my presumption. Wo na wo say enye no kwese me buy no me nko ye. So you want to rebut that presumption. Sa na tie dia wo na wo kura nkrofo mo call ni nkrofo mo ba nyina mo record. Yes sir. And they prove say me buy no me call ye. Na fa kire court.
Okay.
Ho no na obaga say oh and they am person wo buy no nko ye. So me nko ye dia and they no kwese 20 years no. Me say meji wo krom ha no. Sa na tie.
No. The ni say, yo, let's us ya wa ha. Enyo do fo bi wa homa ne so. It's up to them to tell me say me buy no, ma be twem because omo mu twem ko be nyina. Oni omu hu omo camera record date bibia e wo ho no. Odo fo wa homa so. Pacho kafra se we gina so ache. O ga se frame yente onka.
No, my friend Kwame, me just lead.
Hello Kwame. Yo, Kwame, what share program ne de? Kwame, yeah, sure. Me who our phone is also won't share.
Oh, that you share.
Yo, this a question on your go.
I'm a child lawyer, just why.
Yo.
More than you. Yeah. Then the question is, do I know true Momodia, but I don't nationality.
So.
Okay. And the episode like I said, he said, oh, me and nationality be apply for death relief order. A bit me affected application on death relief order.
Death relief.
Order.
Are you talking about IVA? Individual voluntary. Well, you know,
yeah, you're about baby who are ultra normally at all. Upon Sibia at this time, no, I would mean fine, I would mean but people who are death relief order. Put some money there or my education actual. Let me say, nobody to me affected.
Well, I mean, when it comes to debt, you can declare bankruptcy or you can go through the IVA, individual voluntary assistance. And when you get a car, would you get a better? May I am free, but And one no more or less, now it's a bit of issue. Because we will be more or less want me and do winning. I was a cafe musa. This will be bizarre because I don't have full story, the context, the circumstance, and the evidence. I will not be able to offer opinion on this forum. Into my office now, but full story now. I will ask probing questions. Yeah, who baby I did year, but other trauma. Why?
Okay.
Yo. Yo, Mate, me da say. Yo, lawyer, send your kind of question no be say, and it is sa death relief na say omo ba ko bi nso a enye say wonhwe o na mo e kana odidi di wo baby bebre no ya bono po e wo ba be fa ko ena bosumi bia utue bibi towards that and also to me affect you are still paying achemum ya mo bia ya chicha nkete into no utua kakra ba on default ye you still continue paying all these years of the man and also to me affect it so we apply as a citizenship nana.
And you're different, and you're debt consolidation.
Okay.
So debt consolidation, maybe I would the car. You have about 5 creditors. Would you be 2,000? Would you borrow 10,000 pounds? So there are people are almost money say almost best step in amount to consolidate your debt. Now almost 5 creditors, I agree. I have agreement said. So every month we bet you say now which you are no at a charm. You are paying. That's a way to deal with it. That's different from IVA and bankruptcy.
Oh, okay. Yo, yeah. No dear, yeah. Yo, gusu ha yeah, kasa. Sisi ano. Nana me bisa question. Me say you time or say change yeah, sa when what cheche mu all right. Enti no nipa na when to me sisa ne den na na say one on sisa den no ewo we mu na de na yira all this wa we nya over 20 years wa ha na afe no person okoye say ene ade ne yira ye nto osan ko apply foforo nto ora na me bi say o ko apply new passport eye ene abra 20 years no obede approve sen na de yira 20 years enti na oye ne sisi ano na wetumi de aka ho because oni book ni bi oni mrempo a eyira e afa no wehu se ayira ho no nsusuanso bi wo ho ana menim se utimi ase ye because she keeps sending the message menim se o tie yen but menim se wate ase ntina on tie ase ntina that so this message is neighbor na
all right yen say the passport or the buy no ayira ayira
afa na we say ayira
o dem ba ayira 11 years ago and then 16th of February 2024 and now when who say ayira let's put it that way.
Okay.
Passport na ayira and I say nidin na asesa we have to set the base right. So passport na ayira na wo kwaye o passport fofra wo be ko oman a wo fi mu no wa kwaye o passport. So sisara e ho no mbaka akira wo. Na wa kwaje o passport fofra na wo da kwaye o application.
Okay.
And come on, ye didn't say, who buy 11 years ago, and I said 20 years ago, no. Would ye Naa Manye Ten na would buy? Who bet you na who say, now no crowd I had to so no. As a son was a son. And why I know, nene. The same person, but the names are different. What it means is your original name was this, and your new into who your passport for fraud. We new name na we buy your passport, yes sir. Okay. So your application we new name na we buy your application. But because you have a lot of records or documents linked to your old name now with the buy anything, you have to declare, say, I was known as this previously. Because who your application will be some said, do you have a name, any other previous name? have you been known by any other name apart from Way? You say yes. Then you give those details. That means that who hear application and now the evidence in a bar. You then explain the letter, say, I was this and I am now this. The evidence I am providing bears those two names. That means, say, this name or that name on this document, is the same person made my application.
Okay. Matthias, yo, lawyer, Matthias, ye. But me mami a obita me question no menim near wo patre no, but nyensam ne nyina na ye betumi aka ewo fidie ne so nti no me advice mom say obekọ na wako hu lawyers no na omatumi ne watena ase because nsam a obi sam lawyer kire ne die ni mo technically senior o say ye no but ono nso se ne obi same no in some way into I think say I can just say it straight away, sir. Or the for one my son patcho me ente wonka we are na me the question my share when so questions kakra text messages ne kakra.
Okay, patcho me da say me chia mo and nyame so ensure mo ne adwuma pa mo yama community no.
Amen.
Patcho my question is in case if ya me de instruction krata na bae and amanko. And me be worry uni na minya krata. Me worry no before 2020 ended. And UK free uni.
Okay.
You know, seminya me indefinite leave to remain after 5 years now. Will I still have to wait for 10 years no? And so now me to me apply for British passport and now because me a family member of an EU citizen before UK free EU after 5 years no. So me indefinite after the next year me to me apply for British passport.
Okay, and so can asotwe bi na se wo ba o de nsraye ba na wankọ na wo koye we aso bi na etwe no yo lawyer betumi a cheche no lawyer mpacho se wo tie ne kasa na yie de pacho o kasa ne yente lawyer mpacho mente wonka o Debbie mente wonka still yo afede ayeye
Okay.
Tesi ade ayoke tesi ade mente wonka
Right. Yo, ya can say wo baye and I am yadom wo be share wo dofo. Ajote. Can you hear? Wo be share wo dofo and am aware. We uni we be nya we indefinite. Indefinite no obi ane kwen afa so onya ne de. When you what be settle when you settle status. Obi o ma and normal circumstances where you know o try obi canon yes o try 10 years answer. And I must say no say won't you try 10 years but the way you 5 years e will krom habia then obi to me but indefinite you should have held it for at least 1 year. But what just here? It is a way crown 1 year. Dear, which may it you sir and a mono. So these things are quite technical. You sometimes the Nipano de Nejumano bar, you're showing a womb, they are to near whom Quaya, the Faso, Amano. Why?
Okay, ready. I'm dancing. I'm sure.
Amen. Nti ano wa fra office ho na yetumi achechro mu yie wo honom se ne be ya wo betu ho anamo ano aye why yes yeah that's it what share program media
oh my share mama liking now
yeah that's it yo yenko yenim mpacho me ma me we dey mesra enim dim I know say you really want to know but like I said there are few things I mean to me famba if you so nti bomode na free office ho why mesra we ni dim nti no yenko yenim lawyer sisi a wachre senior or say kwan a ye fa so a ye de ye sa evidence ya osisa ye ne say ye baby say have you been known with other name now our response say yes identity na osisa they know actually Ubo date of birth today, so or how the say yeah the better kakra because bebre wo ho a na date of birth no so akwaya asem and in as much as we know say wo date of birth won to men sisa until mo kita saa no de be ha adwen and we say nana etwahenema good morning I say how will applicants using private life 20 years prove financial me winning free on me huni English language and accommodation requirement. So English language honey dear or say utumi ekoye senior tibia say we illegal on illegal or say trouble from now koye
Yeah,
and accommodation so no senior lawyer bet church mu na me
yeah,
give say it really makes
yeah. My
it's
interim, now my interim.
yo
Right now, there are two aspects of applications.
okay.
Bako under 10-year route, Bako
Mhm.
under 5.
Okay.
5 for no, call 2.5, 2.5, 2 times. No way we no matter indefinite.
Mm-hmm.
South for no, they have to meet the rules
Mm.
and they have to prove by the specified evidence.
Mm.
Financial evidence specified, English
Mm-hmm.
language evidence specified,
Mm-hmm.
accommodation evidence specified, relationship evidence specified.
Mm.
Safono, we call it meritorious application. It's on
Hey.
merit. They have met
Mm.
the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Until you don't want to short stay in so. But if you are not on meritorious line, and I say who meet you rule noir, you do to long stay in so 10 years there no. Safono, they don't meet the rules. So we call it exceptional circumstance, EX1.
Mm.
And now say Gen 3.2. There are different aspects. But the point I am making is who acquire private life application 20 years now already know who meet you rules do that anyway.
Mm.
So all you meet is your private life. So what's not room hard? That's all you need. And you don't have to prove anything again. And based on that, they'll give you 2.5. So the 2.5 no Emma wa a swan no akwaji 2.5 beam. Kakran kakra kwesita mo a ubewie. So don't worry about the requirement now under 5 years for no ehia no. Why?
Okay, nti ɛno saa no sɛ obi ayɛ saa private life ne bi na wanya 2.5 through ɛwɔ 20 years long stay na anaasɛ private life route no na onya sisi a wanya 10 years ebi a yɛde 10 years na ɛma no wanya 10 years na ɔkɔ ne indefinite a ɔhɔ saa no ɔno deɛ obehia saa English no no I say here life in the UK no I say here financial aspect ne so a ne accommodation na mpacho.
Now we are talking about something else. We are no
Okay.
longer talking about private life 2.5. We are talking about
Okay.
indefinite leave to remain in the UK, which is
That's true.
standard for everybody. So with
Okay.
indefinite, you have to have your English language B1,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have your life in the UK, and anything
Mm-hmm.
else that you need to show, including living in the UK for those 10 years now. We claim say what's not hano.
Oh, okay. Different application and then the different one she share. And here say private life ne na or say we prove say ampa. What now? We are illegal mum na mum na wote ha ampa wote ha sɛ woyɛ illegal yo producer mpakyɛ fa question ne to so ma me na menka yɛ no na I'm sɛ mewɔ one message bi nso a na membɔ ɔsɛ good morning manye I have a friend whose application was refused some years ago in the UK. However, she is now a British citizen. She would like to know whenever she travels and back in the UK her refusal always pop up wei deɛ wobɛse minimum bi paa no so ne deɛ saa pops up during immigration check. So who should update the system? Is it home office or how could this be corrected? Thank you. Nkurɔfoɔ pii saa asɛm wei wɔ ho ɛyɛ a na ɛha adwen. Yo, lawyers ma wei hwan na ɔsɛ ɔkɔbɔ no amanneɛ? Alex, thank you for the question.
All
Hwan
right.
na ɔsɛ ɔyɛ correction ma no?
Yeah. Now you see there are certain things that we will exhaust a lot of energy and things that I wouldn't really worry too much about. Obia is different, but I'm talking about me.
Okay.
We are British citizen.
Uh-huh.
And Brandon says, so we are British citizen. There should be no restriction on entry.
Sir.
Because you have a history. Whoever is looking at your history on the screen, something will flag up and they want to know what could be the reason. So you may be there for 1 minute, 2 minutes, then they allow you to go because they have to do their job. Nti saa no na ɛha wo a na wopɛ sɛ wokɔ bisa mu na ɔmo yi fi hɔ a fine, you can write to the home office, but I don't see why you have to worry too much, because the fact that the thing flags up doesn't mean they will prevent you from entering. So I don't see why you have to worry.
Asmah, like you said, individual cases. There is this one, so no, British citizen, one indefinite na no the 2 kwan. Oba, no, enya 1 minute, 2 minutes, like you said, no. Obi cry to me delay no the whole day. And Sunday Chebeka se onko, nansa on for ni documentation, and some fan bra, better na airport ni baby, non some fan better ni aye ni interview. And it's been going on for like 3-4 times. In time I went to cry so be 2 kwan because of that experience now okom. The first one you detain over almost the whole day and yan hwe chi na meka say onko. Second one so sa third one kita nkwala omo hwe ya after 4 hours omo hu say nkwala no tete omo e wo airport ho na ye say onko. Na onko fa documents the same process. Interno sa no den also ye fa ho. Ono onye British citizen. Den also ye fa ho.
Saa nipa no and the first one no so a obebisa question no. Just say there are layers. Obi there serious obi there. Some person say utu hana you can write to the home office. Some person lawyer boy come, we'll charge you and we'll serve you.
Okay. So no, I don't know. Utra come out office. No more is idea no. Ewo lawyer. Yeah, that's the numbers to call 0208-123-1016. And also be to me a phrase 073-9920-84 68. Wait to me say their message was 075-966-20154. Many about lawyer Annie Woho. Baby I dream mesre. So why you ready? Now on fa potokasemu of today's education, the topic na here no on my in brief. Na if you na I was near the account. Lawyer Annie, you are welcome and good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Manye T, and to all our viewers. Today, I'll just be providing a very short summary. So, the topic was: does working in the UK illegally prevent an application from applying for stay in the UK under private life? So, specifically, we looked at what a private application is to begin with. So, it's an application that is based on your 20 years long residence in the UK. And as Lawyer Charles said, if the applicant has been to prison, that wouldn't count towards their 20 years. So the 20 years has to be continuous. And when you are submitting such an application, you have to submit the form FLRFP, so which stands for further leave to remain. The F is for family life, so that's when you are, making an application based on your spouse, for example, and the P, FP, it stands for, private life. So under paragraph PL 5.1 of Appendix Private Life, it sets out the requirements for such an application. So it says that the applicant must either have lived in the UK for 20 years, or if they have lived in the UK for less than 20 years, then they have to prove that there would be obstacles in them kind of integrating back into the country where they would be sent to. So, for example, the applicant can argue that they've been in the UK for 20 years and they have they've established ties in the community, and so they're kind of used to the UK, and so it will be difficult for them to now integrate back into the country where they are from. So those are the only two requirements. Either you have lived in the UK for 20 years, or there would be insurmountable obstacles that you would face. So that means that the other requirements, for example, English language, relationship, accommodation, finance, all of that wouldn't be required, as in the applicant wouldn't have to meet those requirements. In terms of the evidence, I mean, you have to prove that you've been in the UK for 20 years. So you can provide any official documentation that has been addressed to yourself, which is dated, and there's also an address on there. So, for example, you can provide your NHS card, your voting card, bank statements if you have any, GP records, your pay slips, employment letters, P60s. I mean, anything that you have accrued over the 20 years. Um, that would help your case. And also, you can provide letters. So it would help if you provide letters from, for example, spiritual leaders, pastors, for example, because the Home Office, they would kind of consider those types of letters more rather than if they are from a friend, because anyone can just, write those letters. So those letters should confirm, for example, how long the person has known you for, and that would help with your application. And as Lawyer Charles said, if you changed your name at some point, which means that most of your applications are in, for example, most of your documents are in a different name, it would be helpful if you provide a deed poll to confirm that you changed your name at some point. And lastly, if you have worked in the UK illegally, I mean, that is not really a problem. What we're looking at here is just proving that you've been in the UK for 20 years. So even if you have, worked in the UK illegally, you can still provide your payslip, bank statements, P60s, and all of that. It wouldn't undermine your case at all. Rather, it would help your case to show that you've been in the UK for the required number of years. So that is just a quick summary for today. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister. Say, yeah, baby, no more. I feel nkrofo question about, but say, some questions see there. You better adake mesrel. Wa can me bisa. But lawyer, member who be or srem or yes, I will be na oniska. Ain't no or no. Or copper buying cho say. No 20 years private life no. Oniska so debate or to me apply for fee waiver na me say we ya kan wa asem wa but so person free lawyer no ansa na ya commissary ni di mo.
All right. So first off, private life is Article 8 application, human right.
Okay.
Human right application means you have right to private life. And it's
Okay.
more or less, you have the right to do the application.
That's it. Okay.
Now, there's also Section 3 of the Human Rights Act, 1998. Eka said, aban hyehyɛ bi a wɔbɛhyehyɛ no, ɛso making sure say undermine human rights.
Okay.
Nti sɛ aban hyehyɛ sɛ woyɛ application a wotua fee. Na saa fee no nti wontumi nyɛ wo human right application there, then that law, that hyehyɛ no is undermining human rights.
Oh.
Aban has introduced a fee waiver policy said, if you feel say wo ahokyere mu a baka kyerɛ yɛn yɛbɛyi saa ɛka no afi hɔ na wayɛ your application for free.
Okay. Enti kwa wo ho papa wo de ha me kwa wo ho wai kwa na koye na usunya na wo kohwe wo yere ache 20 years oja ne yere wo Ghana o 20 say abai wo sesi akra wa se na abrabo wa ma ne ba bia asisi enye hwe etiefo na hwefo say ha na de dwumede ne ba yue na se na ebe ko mema lawyer Charles ho kwan se bibi wo ho a mentumi mbisa na nka opese ode ka ho a obetumi de aka ho na se bibi wo ho so opese o ka kira nsa na nyame adoma ochena ya be hia bi mu a lawyer Charles me disa akonya ne be ma na afede waka bibia wo ha odi giant ansana me de masem na abewie.
You a couple of updates about but yame ya adoma ekena yehia ya de baba update for you for omkuta pre-settled so metumi agi aban mboa na so mutumi nya aban mboa no case law aba and then a couple of other updates based on case law and I say court mboa aba abaye emra santi na yebeka ne say ye de saa update no ebeba ekena yehia community and the law program 4 p.m. no yababa na yaka ni nyina nso aka ho enti so bet me for last caller no fine. Otherwise I'll give my summary and we'll wrap up for today. Right. So viewers and listeners, thank you very much. And then yes, Eunice said, so why you illegal will chrome her 20 years. Now 20 years no ye juma. Which may you sue sa evidence now we nyan we juma muno aka one pay slip and P60s no. Which may you sue and the answer is yes. Adentia if you say who prove say what's na chrome her. And yes, sir, who can say we ye a juma, we are we ye juma. You are proving say what's not a chrome her. And anything I want, which may prove you say what like Chrome Hano is acceptable. It's way I in Cransha some cassia, a niji some cassia or into so person we have private life application when you're 20 years but modern not chassis I wash show your man impo so your application call home office may refuse to will your application underwent rush and you refuse to no or evidence are not to Chrome her or the court dismiss here. Or evidence not to chrome her. Or a lot of things that I said not to chrome her. Or buy a or school or college or career courses be certificate or what I said not or chrome her. You can put all this together, but the beauty of this is that working illegally in the UK will not prevent you from applying for a stay in the UK under private life. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, you better was ye, and that one, mammy, I did na omusro say, omuntumi entre, omuaha, omatu, private life, but a who abo, momunim crown befaswa, on be apply mana ye, sans or mujidis or mumu, or moya illegal, or moya den ko yom winim. And no na lawyer Asmah about chichi must say, and massa illegal, na otihana odi ye, jumano, and prevento. So obey application now koya now to tune your may ya de bema nyame nka ya ho nyame nsha nyame adom ochenam the community and the law baso den na topics na wo ho de more de ye se ne tie bia bomodin na beka mo ho ye start 4 na ewie 6 2 solid hours na ye de achechire mu se ne be ya obenya anantuo papa na wagina so wo nsem a ba eka emra ho enti ebeda wase se obeka ye ho mo amoba so nyina mi ka se mi bodin na emre ko nyame nshira nyame nkan ho chena nyame adoma ibehia me mamu nyina a very good weekend. Bye bye.
Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and practical legal advice to our clients in the United Kingdom and Ghana. Expert help with will writing, probate or estate administration. Our will writers and probate lawyers can act for you to obtain grant of probate and carry out estate administration on your behalf. The probate takes place after someone dies. If there's a will, the named executor is responsible for ensuring that the estate of the deceased is secured, assessing its value and paying any inheritance tax. If there is no will, the interstate and inheritance rules require similar responsibilities. Our lawyers offer strategic and practical solutions to the issues which clients face, whether it's in relation to succession planning, will preparation, probate and the administration of estates, immigration and visas, contentious family or probate disputes, administering estates often with inheritance cross-border issues, international trust advice including residence, domicile issues, wealth preservation, a fast, efficient service from SRA-regulated professionals, transparent pricing. BWF Solicitors, let us take care of probate.